Hey teachers, welcome to this week's episode of the Teacher Support Network podcast. I'm your host, Anton McCoy, and today we're talking about a simple but powerful everyday resource that can help students who have math difficulties and challenges in your classroom. So what tool am I referring to? I'm talking about playing cards. You know, the things we do, play cards, the cards you get from the department store, those cards. And why playing cards? Well, first, they're easily accessible, they're affordable, and let's be honest, who doesn't love a good card game, right? And the best part is they make learning feel like play, which is exactly what students who struggle with math or have math anxiety need, because it takes away the overwhelm and just makes it more accessible for them. So let's dive into some fun, effective ways to use playing cards in the classroom with your students. And you can even use them at home with your own kids. So first, playing cards can really help support number recognition and counting. So when you think about younger students, just recognizing numbers and learning to count can be a challenge. So one easy activity is simply laying out the playing cards and having kids put them in numerical order. You can also take those same playing cards and have them practice skip counting by 2s and by 5s and by 10s using only certain suits of the cards. It's just a real fun way and a real fun hands-on way to reinforce numbers and for younger students. Second, playing cards can really help students practice basic operations and reinforce math facts through intentional card games. One simple game is Addition War. Think of it like ID Clear War. I used to play that when I was younger. So in Addition War, each player flips over 2 cards. They add the numbers together, and the player with the highest sum wins the round. Multiplication War was always a student favorite in my classroom, along with Addition War, but particularly Multiplication War. And instead of adding, students would just multiply the 2 cards, and whoever has the highest product wins. These games are simple, yet they really help build quick recall of basic math facts that are needed to help engage in more complex math problems that will involve usually higher order thinking. In addition, it will help them with math vocabulary in the classroom as well, because in these games I just spoke about, they answer by saying the sum is, so thinking about addition, or the product is, thinking about multiplication. So there you have the math vocabulary kind of being solidified as they're practicing and reinforcing those math facts. You can even use card games for older students in middle school and high school to practice more advanced concepts. For instance, when I taught an algebra readiness class at the high school level, I used playing cards to help my students practice adding, subtracting, and multiplying integers by making an integer war game. And it's similar to the addition and multiplication war game that I just talked about. All I did was I modified things a bit and made the positive numbers the black cards and all the negative numbers the red cards. And with that one little shift, you can engage your older students who may have a learning disability, just maybe have some difficulties in math, or even students who just simply have math anxiety. Also, playing cards can be used for practicing and reinforcing more advanced concepts, like in more abstract concepts like fractions and probability. So for instance, an activity you can do is you can draw 2 cards, have students draw 2 cards and make a fraction, and then their partner draws another 2 cards and they make a fraction. And then they compare the 2 fractions they have to see which one is larger or to see which one is smaller. You can also use a deck of cards to teach probability by asking students simple questions like, well, what's the chance or probability of drawing a red card from the deck? What's the chance or probability of drawing a face card? And so forth. You get what I'm saying, right? But these specific hands-on activities using playing cards really make some of those abstract math concepts a bit more concrete and easier for students to grasp. So there you have it. Playing cards aren't just for blackjack or poker night. They're a fantastic, engaging way to support students who have math difficulties and really struggle with math. So give a few of these activities a try in your classroom or even at home with your own kids, and let me know how it works out for you and it works out for the kids. And if you have any fun ways that you use playing cards in your classroom to support specific math concepts, let me know as well. You can drop them in the comments section on the show notes page for this episode. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you have to say about what you do in your classroom as well. So if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a fellow educator. And please check out our resources on the show notes page for this episode that we discussed earlier. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in, and happy teaching.